Today, dear students, we will learn to calculate trigonometric functions using Python 3. We will calculate some known values of sine, cosine and tan functions, tan trigonometric functions using the Python 3 programming language, and we will calculate values of say sine 0, sine 30, sine 90 and some values which we always remember and use in our calculation so that we can verify them very quickly. So let us bring Python 3 calculator. We can write in the terminal Python 3 and hit an enter. It gives the Python 3 calculator or the interpreter. So in Python we have to import the library called NumPy, and so as to use the trigonometric functions. We can also import the library called math, but that math library will not support the inverse trigonometric functions. So how are we going to calculate that? Let us first calculate sine 30. Okay, so we write numpy dot sine 30. Is it? It is no, because we have to give the value, the argument value of sine function in radian. So since we want to calculate the value of sine 30 degree, we must give the correct value in radian corresponding to 30 degree. So first we have to convert this 30 degree to radian and then give here. So what we do for that, we write numpy dot radians. We call another function called radians. It converts 30 to radians and then uses it inside the sine function, puts that argument and calculates the value of sine 30. So sine 30 is half or 0.5. It gives very close value to that, 0.499999, practically 0.5. So we can test some other values, say sine 90. Sine 90 is 1. Okay, so let's test another value, sine 0. Sine 0 is 0. We can also do for cosine. We write cos, we give cos 0. So cos 0 should be 1, right? So 0 is converted to radians first, and then this gets in as argument of cos function, and we get numpy dot cos 0 degree converted to radians, and we get cos 0 is 1. So like that we can also check for cos 60 and we get 0.5. okay, so cos 90 should give 0. Yeah, very small number. Okay, see, it's e raised to minus 17 in normal regular calculation. It is very small number and it is 0, close to 0, very close to 0. So cos 90 is 0, cos 0 is 1, cos 60 is 0.5. Let us calculate tan. For the tangent function we write tan 90 is infinite, right? So this gives a very big number. It is 1.6333 something, e raised to 16, exponent is 16 plus 16, so it is a very big number. And tan 45 degree, tan 45 degree must give 1. Yeah, 0.99999, close to 1, very close to 1. Oh, now what? Now we can see the inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so for that what we do is we and inverse functions are written as arc sine, arc cos and arc tan. So how to calculate the inverse trigonometric functions? We write numpy dot arc sine inverse. For sine inverse, say we want to calculate sine inverse 1, we give 1.0. okay, now remember that whether it is a sine function or arc sine function, any trigonometric function, the argument must go as a radian value. Okay, so 1 is in radian, but here if you just run these, it gives this. Okay, it doesn't give 90 degree. So what you have to do is this actually is in radian, so you have to convert these to degrees. So what you do is actually you write numpy dot degrees, you call another function which converts the value to degrees, and you do the thing previous thing inside this degrees function as argument, so you put 1.0. okay, so first the inverse of sine inverse of 1 is found out here, and then that is converted to degrees, so you get 90 degree. Okay, now you can check whether that previous value whatever you got is the radian of this one. So let us write numpy dot radians 90. okay, so you see this is the value, these two values are same, so the result is given in radians and the argument must always have to be in radians. Remember this is very important while calculating trigonometric and inverse trigonometric functions. So by this way we can find out, and for testing some other values also, let us do 0.5. so sine inverse 0.5 must give 30 degree, so we are converting that radian value to degrees, so it must give 30. Yeah, 30 degree. Okay, then we can calculate some other inverse trigonometric function also. We can write arc cos. So cosine inverse of 0.5, it is 60 degree, right? So we get 60 degree. Yes, then what, then we can give cosine inverse 0, it must give us 90 degree. Yeah, and what about tan inverse? We can do tan inverse arc tan 0, so it is 0 degree, it must be 0 degree. Yeah, and arc tan 1, we can give 1, it's 45 degree. Okay, so this is the way we can calculate the trigonometric and inverse trigonometric functions using the numpy library in Python 3. So always remember that the argument of the sine or the arc sine, or in general the trigonometric function or inverse trigonometric function, is in radians, and you get the value in radians. So when you want to calculate the trigonometric function, you put the argument converted into radian for your corresponding angle for which you want to calculate the trigonometric function. And to calculate the inverse trigonometric function, you give the exact value for which you want to calculate the inverse, because that is already in the radian, and you convert that result to degrees, because the result is also given in radians, so you convert that to get your value in degrees. Okay, that's all for today. I think we have learnt in this class, a very important thing. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.